A further 34% profit share, originally allocated to Ian and Anisa, is also being redistributed among the fighters following their departure.
I wanted to clear some things up now that Anisa and I are no longer a part of Creator Clash. When I announced CC3 and its new business model, the communication wasn't clear. It remains true that I earned a fight post for CC1 and we did not profit at all from CC2. After CC2 failed to raise any money for charity, we knew it was time for a different business model. We then decided that this year, we would take a profit share from the for-profit side of the event, should the for-profit side of the event succeed. I feel sorry for any confusion Anisa and I caused. We know the event is in good hands now and wish it all the success.
I'm just speechless. Good evening, everyone. I hope all of you guys are having a splendid Friday night so far, because I had to waste mine by reacting to the insane news of how much money Ian and Anisa were getting initially from Creator Clash 3. Thankfully, they've stepped away now, but it's still appalling how long we were kept in the dark about the charity side of this. Now, to be clear, Ian did say they got paid for the first fight, and I got angry from that. But it does make sense, you know, because he fought in that one initially. But regardless, hopefully, we can all agree that this is just unacceptable.
Well, boys, it is tomorrow, and Idubbbz and Anisa still in the news because they responded to the news of them basically getting exposed from Creator Clash 3 the other day.
I want to see this.
If you guys didn't see that video, top right hand corner, they literally exposed that literally the Jomhas were going to be taking money from the charity. Yeah, so yeah, that was a pretty disturbing revelation. So, you know, top right hand.
I haven't seen the response just yet, but like, I can't wait for like how much cope they're gonna throw in.
I wonder if you guys haven't seen that video. But now Ian and Anisa, you know, they're trying to do some damage control, all right? They are not doing good at it at all. Being exposed for taking money from what you promoted as a charity event and taking a pretty sizable chunk as well. It's not.
I think it's so fucking funny, right? That the only way we find this out from is from the new managers exposing them of their own volition. That is so fucking funny. We should have known about this much sooner, but no, the fucking new blood had to tell us about it. That's insane.
I'm gonna go down with anyone that well. It's like
real good people behind this. Real good people.
Me, boys.
I mean like, you know, Ian and Anisa, not the new guys.
Saying, yo, I'm gonna be doing this charity stream. We raised over $2 million, but only donated like $200,000, boys. Only have to give away 10% for it to be a charity. Like, brother, that is basically, not exactly, but you know, you'll see in the other video. That is basically what they were doing. They were like, oh man, we raised so much money. You see, well, yeah, I made my money.
Now, to be charitable, right? I'm not sure if they took any money from the first one. They're definitely not the second one because they made a loss. However, we don't have any proof just yet, to my knowledge, that they took money from the first one.
Back and I broke even, but
I think, you know, like they saw how well the first one was, and they were like, ooh, we should do it for the second one. They got nothing because, you know, it was a loss. But in the third one around, they were like, okay, this time we'll make money.
Do kids really need all that money for the cancer research? Do the horses really need all that money? Who really cares about the American Horror Association?
That's what, like, people made like really good points before. If you really do care about, like, you know, the charity aspect of it, go give the money directly to a charity. Don't blow it, you know, in a commission for the boxing fight.
Let me dig my hands.
Which is now even more true, you know, because we know that the 34% split was going to people who don't need it.
Side their pockets a little bit before I give them, you know, the leftovers of whatever I pillaged from the profits from this charity event. So Idubbbz obviously had to take to Reddit. All right, you already know you're in trouble. You have to take to Reddit
I'm gonna give a quick scan of this. Even say sorry once, that's laughable. I went to something guys and I need to run no longer power calculator. When I announced this video, looking back on my videos, comment reactions always there today. It remains true that I don't have oh my, well, he says right there, it remains true that I earned a fight purse for CC1. I take everything back, never mind. So he did make a profit from it. You fucking weasels.
So he went into his subreddit saying, to my fans / viewers. So he's already talking into the void, boys, because I don't know who the hell his fan or viewers. I don't know who's left in that little fandom, but continue on. He says, I wanted to clear up some things now that Anisa and I are no longer a part of Creator Clash when I announced Creator Clash 3 and...
Okay, if you get exposed this badly, you literally have to start off saying, I'm sorry, you know, that's the only way it could work. But now he's being like, hey guys, hope you're doing well. They're doing well.
New business model, the communication wasn't clear. Looking back on my video and the current
hold on,
reaction,
sorry. I can see one sorry.
it's obvious.
One right. Do I see it? It's behind the captions. I feel sorry.
It was
The most informal way to apologize. Holy fuck.
too vague. It remains true that I earned a fight purse for Creator Clash 1 along with the other fighters, and we did not profit at all from Creator Clash 2. After Creator Clash 2 failed to raise any money for charity, we knew.
I'm sorry. I love that so much. After CC2 failed, it was out of our hands. It failed. We had no direct control over its failure.
It was time for a different business model. We restructured so that the funds for our charity partner would be raised on Tiltify separate and apart from the actual event. We then decided that this year we would take a profit share from the profit side of the event. Should the for-profit side of the event succeed, I feel sorry for any confusion Anisa and I caused. We know the event is in good hands now and wish it all the success. So basically,
Damn, so that's so fucking crazy to me. People give shit to Carl Jobs, for staying quiet about his lawsuit and not giving its true intention behind it. In my opinion, this is way worse. How do you run behind a charity? How do you run behind an event, and call it charity when in reality, you're taking some good money home, a good bit of it.
he was trying to pull the
Like, if you just say, we're going to give some money to charity, we would not have this drama at all. But, the fact that you kept on branding it over and over and over as a charity, that's the real insulting part.
wool over everyone's eyes by saying, boys, donate and watch our event. It is for charity. We are giving money to charity. Yo, boys, anything we make off of this event is going to a good cause. Boys, this is a really good thing. Anyone that is out here trying to attack Creator Clash is horrible people because this is a charity. You guys remember whenever he was trying to tell, H3 he was a bad person for attacking Idubbbz charity event?
I was hoping that if I made a video about Ethan, he would act like an adult and he would keep the attacks directed at me and Anisa. Unfortunately, I was wrong in thinking that because Ethan, in a desperate attempt to attack and smear Anisa and I, he started attacking our charity event.
I don't know if you know this, but
He's such a fucking malicious cunt. He literally, uses this event to, to protect himself. And the second, somebody else exposed it, he's like, guys, I'm sorry for confusion. Fucking asshole, actually. I'm sorry, I don't buy for a second, that he fucked up. So I don't believe, he unintentionally kept that withhold. He intentionally kept it a secret, to protect himself and Anisa. What a fucking liar.
last year they lost $250,000. To be charitable, you actually have to
I'm
give money
sorry,
to charity.
wait, give me a sec. When was the first one, actually? The first Creator Clash? Creator Clash 1, when was it? Again, 2022. Yeah, see, wait, what? First date. Oh, last one wasn't 20. Yeah, see, first date 2022. You've had 3 years to clear this up, and not once throughout nearly 1,000 days did you actually, clear it up with people. You're a fucking weasel, dude.
No, you
deliberately-
have to give money to be charity. It's like a slush fund for them.
It's been really disheartening to see how often Ethan will attack Creator Clash through us or attack us through Creator Clash.
It's kind of weird how you wanted to profit from a charity. Just saying, it's kind of weird. You can't hide behind somebody that's supposed to be a charity, but then you're able to, just reach into the wallet. What is that, 100? Ooh, a little 100. Hey, is that another 100? You can't do that. You can't hide behind, you guys, I'm doing a really good thing. My business right now is for charity. And then whenever someone's like, you didn't give money to charity last year. Yeah, it's not very charitable of you. Then you're like, no, you're a horrible person for even doubting.
He's so fucking... Okay, what's the real, charitable interpretation of this? Well, maybe he's just dumb, and he didn't, fully understand the definition of the word charity. No, even then, that's dumb. Everyone knows that when you're having an event, like a boxing fight, for charity, then people read that as, all the profits going to charity. Maybe some for the setting up for the stadium and the fighters, but aside from that, once that's all taken care of, it goes straight to charities, all the poor kids with cancer.
My charitability,
He knew exactly what he was doing and he kept a secret.
as you have in a contract that you get paid.
Now, to be fully fair to, both of them, Ian and Anisa, there was a clip going around on the H3 podcast, from the H3 podcast, of how, he made it very clear in the beginning, oh, I want you to be a nice fun event, and then after, we would give some money to a charity. He even said that, right? But again, if you're gonna keep that quiet, if you're gonna keep like, you know, the money you keep to yourself quiet, and you brand the whole thing as like a charity event, that's completely on you. That's your own fuck up.
From the charity. He's like, bitch, what is this? But before we get into the rest of the video, I would just like to thank everyone again for, you know, the support on the channel. We've been doing so great and growing so fast. Boys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm still just flabbergasted at the amount of support you guys are, you know, giving this channel. And I would like to thank everyone. And I've been paying up for literally over a year now. And we've actually been doing really great and going really fast. And, you know, my little New Year's resolution is I want to hit 30K by the end of the year, boys. And we're like 9K away. So, you know, if you're new, yo, please subscribe to the channel. You know, you are more than welcome in the fish bowl. Come on, swim around. There's plenty of room. Hell, once we hit 30K, we're going to upgrade to a fish tank. We're going to finally get out of the bowl and get a whole tank, boys. And it will be a big, beautiful, glorious tank. So, you know, again, like, you know, just being real, thank you for all the support, you guys. Just thank you for everyone that always comes back and watch each and every one of the videos every single day. And, you know, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. You know, it all helps. Any and every little interaction helps out. But even you just watching, I'm so thankful for
also, I might do like a end of month. This is so off topic. I might do like an end of month review because this month, May, has been insane. Thank you guys. Love you.
But, you know, let's get back to the video. Stop. I'm done with the savage shit. All right. But again, you know, thank you from literally the bottom of my heart. But of course, boys, H3 had to come out of the woodworks. All right. He took to Instagram saying, my. Look at the scumbag scuttle. It's always been a ruse to make money. They lied to us. They lied to you. This event was always meant to line their pockets. They're really trying to line their pockets with charity money from kids with cancer. You can't make this up, folks. Chat. Imagine you're getting bullied by someone, right? You're getting bullied, and you know, you're fighting back.
It's wild how like Idubbbz is a master of like giving ammunition to his enemies. With that content cop, he gave so much good slop to Ethan, and now with this fucking huge expose, now he can give ammo to people like Nicholas the Oreo, who has been hawking on this for quite a while.
A little bit. Every day they poke you, you poke them back, and then you find out that
the sad thing is, right, I know full well that after this he's gonna have like some more cope on it, like, oh, people now went after me, you know, when in reality I just fucked up. That's what, you know, people are being really mean to me.
Has an OF, brother. You can't get bullied anymore. All right, you can't be out here bullying people with your mom having an OF. Brother is cooked. I don't know what else this man Idubbbz can say, because he can't say, oh, the charity was for a good reason. What was good reason? Oh, you might have gave the kids with cancer some of the money just so you can make more money?
Some money. Even the word some is wild to me. Can you really call it some when it's like one third of the money going away?
Like, come on, my guy. Like, my guy.
Like, it's like being like, you know, like going to a restaurant, right? And it's like, oh, this steak costs $30. You give $30, and then your steak comes to you with 1/3 missing. You're like, what the fuck happened to the steak? Oh, you know, well, 1/3 of the money is going as a tip to me. Would you fucking stand up for that? No.
It is scummy for you to not, you know, forefront saying this event is not just for charity. This is my own personal business. I'm putting my own personal time, money, and effort into that I hope to make a profit out of. But I am willing to give some of that profit to a charity. That is completely different than this is a charity event meant to help out, you know, kids with cancer. Two completely different statements there. And of course,
and again, mind you, it's not like a slightly, you know, misspeak. No, he scripted videos like the content deputy, you know, is saying that directly.
Good old.
There is no like tiny room for error. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Idubbbz expose video without his wife Anisa Joma getting in the mix. So May 3rd, a little while ago, whenever, you know, H3 was having that debate with Hassan Piker, Anisa, you know, while she was out there, you know, subtweeting, you know, cheerleading for Hassan Abi, she was basically making little sly remarks at H3 by trying to say inbred, and then, you know, H3 said, is where you'll find your next meal because you guys will soon not be able to afford food as you inch towards bankruptcy. And then Anisa, you know, she tweeted out, hey, BB girl, I know you're so desperate for any crumbs from me, so here's a really big piece of you.
Oh, no.
We are not financially tied to this event. And even when we were, we had it structured to protect us and the charity.
No fucking way. These people are such weaselly liars. Okay, I'm gonna read that one more time. We're not financially tied to this event, and even when we were, we had it to protect us and the charity. Okay, let's say, you know, this one could have made $1 million, like the first one. Why do you need $300,000 to protect you? What are you on about?
You have no power over us. You're just an asshole. Now, boy.
I'm sorry, like even that small bit, you know, it was only to protect us. That's none of like the story. Like, you know, when you get like 1/3 of profit, that's much more than just, you know, insurance.
You have no power over us. You're just an asshole. Now, boys, it's kind of weird how she said that we had it structured to protected us. Whenever
like, how can you not hate this couple? They are the epitome of like the worst people anyone could imagine. They have a dumb podcast, they backstab their friends, and they lie to make money.
Should be the one that shouldered any and all of the burdens.
And furthermore, they're not funny.
Of if the event fails, because who else would shoulder this burden? That's what I gotta know. Who else would shoulder this burden? Are the fighters going to shoulder the burdens? They just won't get their 20% payout? Or
I think it's very telling that, you know, Ian had to make the first statement because, of course, he had to, right? Like, he had to protect his wife. And also, it's so funny, right, that Anisa has made no comments so far.
Since
she might want to wait, fine, whatever, but, like, just make like a quick apology. That would be fine.
You know,
it wouldn't at all. Like, you know, that's all you need right now.
Protected the charity, and you protected yourself. Are you also protecting the fighters? Question mark. Like, who is shouldering the burden of if the event failed? Which I'm be honest with you, now I'm pretty sure. Actually, no. They actually changed the venue for Creator Clash 3 from for some reason, Ian and Anisa had a over 20,000 person capacity literal venue for Creator Clash 3, but.
Yeah, they would definitely fill that up.
Two people that took over.
Also, like, really, he might pull up in a second straight. He might pull up like the date, but they moved it back to October, I believe, which is subsequently very close to TwitchCon. So we went from, you know, the Creator Clash 3, you know, colliding with VidCon and Logan Paul fight to now. I mean, it's one less event, but like TwitchCon, that's gonna bleed some people away from your event.
Actually brought it down to a 4,000 person capacity venue. So the new people that are taking over Creator Clash 3 are actually financially more responsible than Idubbbz and Anisa. They were like, brother, it makes no sense to continuously make the thing bigger and bigger if we only did good one year. The next year we did ass. Like, brother, we lost 250K. How about we just bring the venue back down and then we, you know, slightly scale up over the next couple of years. Not every year, add an extra 10,000 people to the venue. It's like, bro, that's not how this works. But yeah, it's kind of weird how you structure this whole entire business to where someone has to shoulder the burden of the cost.
Also, again, if I could control CC3, right, I would dump all the money, or, you know, a good majority of it, into promotion for like the entire event. Because the only issue, aside from those psychos in Anisa, is all promotion. Nobody gives a fuck about this. This event only exists online because of a drama. It's only been talked about, you know, in commentary. That's it. Not a single person bring it up in a good way. Not even once.
Event
That's crazy.
It was failing with them even a part of it, and still failing with them not a part of it. But like, you're telling me you were going to be financially fine. Perhaps the charity might have got some money at the end of the day. It would have been at least half of whatever it was supposed to get. But who was going to be shouldering this burden is the real question. So, if you guys are like, all right, so how does the whole entire charity aspect work for this boxing event? Well, they basically have a Tiltify. Yeah. So basically, your tickets and, you know, your pay-per-views don't mean nothing for the charity. That doesn't get counted for charity money. That is strictly business money, which means if you buy a ticket, you're not supporting a charity, you're supporting the business. Now, if you want to support the charity, they have a whole different thing for that. So yeah, you paying.
That is so goddamn dumb. Then what's the point of your entire fucking business at all?
The boxing event does not support the charity.
No, because like not a single person. Okay, let me be clear, right? Not a single person cares about your event. Nobody there is popular anymore, apart from Aaron Hansen, who's the new one for the main card. But aside from that, nobody gives a fuck at all.
Now, boys, the Tiltify.
Like, now you're making an avenue, you know, you don't like, you know, help your business more, which I get that, but you're making a new avenue which will bleed more people to not go to your own main event.
Forward,
maybe just pay the fighters less, you know.
Their Clash 3.
Which, like, it does sound bad, right? But like, I feel like most fighters that go on there should accept that, yeah, it's not for money, it's just, you know, for a goodwill, just for charity, and most of them would accept that.
Has raised over $237,000, almost $238,000. Oh, but boys, actually, this $237,000 actually came from only 3 content creators who aren't even fighting in the event. On top of that, they didn't even donate the money themselves. This is coming from their audience because these are fundraisers. And guess who are the top 2 of the fundraisers? Number 2 is Idubbbz. And number 1 with a huge margin, literally 90% of all
I think for all the years that he's lied to us, I think Idubbbz should be number 1 with $1 billion.
Money in the fundraiser is Hasanabi. So a lot of you guys may be thinking, where did this man get this money from? Because we know Hassan.
Okay, to be fair, people give shit to Hassan for not finding the event. I don't really care. Like, if he raised that much money, that I commend that.
It's not that charitable now.
Also, is that Tiltify goal, like only succeeded after it hits a goal, or like is it only after like a week or after a month?
He may give you
up. Like if it doesn't reach its goal, does it all get refunded? Because that would suck, in my opinion.
$1 or $2, but he's gonna give you 200 of them, especially with an extra 3 zeros behind it. That is not Hassan Piker. So, if you guys don't remember, last month, Hassan Piker basically reacted to the content nuke. It was actually a really big stream for Hassan Piker because everyone for a while now has been waiting to see his reaction to the content nuke. And basically,
that's what. If you want to watch Hassan's reaction to that, enjoy wasting 9 hours of your life. Like, he stretched that fucking jaw-long video from Ethan into 9 hours. That's insane.
The whole reaction stream, Hassan Piker was basically doing...
If you can't explain like a 5-year-old what's wrong with his video, then you suck. And not just, it was missing context. That doesn't count.
Fundraiser for the Creator Clash 3 Tiltify. And you want to know who even got to come up there? The guy that did the humiliation ritual his damn self, Idubbbz. The man that basically read all the Hassan Piker's...
Go back. Shit, sorry.
Humiliation ritual his damn self, Idubbbz.
Look at this fucking pathetic worm.
The man that basically read all...
This man's being exposed as a scammer, and he's, dancing around. It was before that, right? But like, he was doing that nice happy dance with the full knowledge that he is scamming people.
Word for word. This was some high-level Hollywood right here, boys. I ain't even gonna lie. This was kind of weird, seeing that out of nowhere, Idubbbz just came into frame and just like, oh, hi. This was the same stream where at the end, basically, Hassan Piker was calling out Idubbbz indirectly.
They have a shelf life because they don't have the same fucking stubborn nature that I do. They don't have the same interests as I do. They inevitably become their own worst enemies. They inevitably cook themselves.
The eyes are the winch of the soul.
You might think you're riding high on the slop for a little bit. You might think you're getting showered with praise. An army of anonymous Redditors telling you you're brilliant. But at the end,
I'm pretty sure, I think this part was taken from Willie Maxwell's video.
End of the night, when you go home and you sit down and you look yourself in the mirror, you're not going to recognize who you've become. That's it. It's turning into a lolcow of a different variety. That's what I think.
That's so mean.
Was it?
No.
I mean, I think it's...
He knew that was him.
Accurate.
I think
D fucking down. It hit like a harpoon.
The truth is what's mean. Sometimes it needs to be said.
But yeah, basically, Hassan Piker was supporting the Creator Clash fundraiser because Ethan Klein was attacking the charity, even though the charity wasn't making any money because they weren't promoting the charity aspect to it. They're promoting the business aspect to it. They were telling you to buy pay-per-views and buy tickets to support the charity. Brother, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. They were telling you to buy tickets to the event, but the tickets weren't supporting the charity. But obviously...
Okay, so for all the people that seemed crazy, for giving money to the charity directly, they were proven right, 100%.
They were going to only give away, 46% of the actual profits of the event to the charity, boys? Because the other 54%...
Oh my god, I'm sorry, I don't want to derail the video, but I just heard the most blood-curdling scream outside. What the fuck was that?
...% was going to go to the Jomhas and the fighters. Well, 54% is still going to the fighters now because, yeah, last video. Go watch it if you guys want to know. But you guys want to know the saddest part about this? They made this whole video talking about how bad H3H3 is, and Hassan and the gang promoted the video. The video basically absolutely ruined Idubbbz's whole entire career. And then Idubbbz made that content deputy saying that Ethan is attacking my charity and he's absolutely destroying my charity. But indirectly...
Oh my god, I just had the best epiphany ever. That is so goddamn funny. He made that content cop to get back at Ethan, but like it led to him, you know, stepping down from Creator Clash, and then that led to the new managers who exposed him. Bro, you cannot write drama this fucking good. This is the good slop. The good slop.
Made the most money for this charity because without the content nuke, who knows how much money this charity would have raised, because without Hassan's whole entire community during the content nuke reaction donating over $210,000, brother, this whole entire charity would have basically only 37K for the few people that clicked on the, oh, do you actually want to donate to the charity button? So literally, indirectly, Idubbbz can thank H3H3 for actually supporting his charity, because without the content nuke, why would Hassanabi give a fuck about doing the whole entire charity? He wanted to make himself look...
Wait, hold on. Okay. Do I believe that he would have made more money by avoiding the content cop on Ethan? I'm not sure actually.
Good. Wow.
Now I'm glad that, you know, he made that content cop on him, because now we have like the full story, the full truth of how he fucking scammed his audience, his customers.
H3H3 was just showing how horrible of a person he is. Almost as horrible as Sam Pepper, because this boy almost got arrested at the North Korean border.
Yeah, well, if you guys want to go check out this video about Sam Pepper, that's crazy. Holy fuck. Again, like, you know, all my thoughts were right there in this video. Fucking insanely scummy, scamming all the fans, all the ticket buyers. That's insane, dude. Like, it's so funny, right? You got exposed for like, you know, 3 years of malpractice, and the only one coming out is Ian with the worst. Bro, I'm gonna be honest, right? I think if someone gets exposed this bad, like Ian and Anisa, they should come out with a fucking like a really good response video, like an apology video, and then, you know, get offline for 1 year. But Ian made one single Reddit post. What a fucking rat. And Anisa is radio quiet. My god. I say, you know, if you want to keep being friends with Hassan, fine, whatever. But I really hope that, you know, in the future, nobody helps them. They're such fucking liars. Holy shit, dude.